Okay, so kimuras from the guard. Okay, so yesterday we learned the very basic way to set it up where you sweep the hands, control the wrists, sit up. That'll work at like white belt level. It's hard to catch people on that though once they've been grappling for a little while, so you need to use some other setups. One of my favorites is the hip bump sweep, which is used both for a sweep but also to set up the kimura. Okay, just shaking his head. He's like, I know this crap ass move. Okay, so we're here, right? For the hip bump sweep to work, we want to be breaking our partner down, smothering his face so that he feels the urge to sit up. And then we're coming up with him, okay? You go from your elbow to your hand all in one motion and you reach over the shoulder. Boom, okay? Open your guard, right? So we're gonna do a quick review of the hip bump sweep so we know what we're doing when we set up the kimura. We get to here, we're reaching over the shoulder, okay? Above the elbow, so between the shoulder and the elbow. I'm pushing my hips into his lap. I'm dropping this one a little bit low, and then I'm bumping him over with my hips, right? That's why it's called the hip bump sweep. What happens though, often, is you'll go to hit that move, smother, 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 he sits up. I go to bump and he'll post this arm, boom, okay? Now he's got his hand on the mat, which is what we want for the kimura, okay? I can't hip bump him anymore because he's got this post. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit my butt close to his hand, okay, as a way to keep him from gripping his own leg. And then we're falling back onto our elbow, okay? Kimura grip, monkey grip, and we're sitting back out with it. Adjust, adjust, okay? We could go hook this leg in here if we wanna be sneaky about it. And then it's the same thing as yesterday. Pulling my elbows in to tighten up the shoulder. I want the arm at like a 45. I don't want it super bit here. I don't want it straight. I want it in the middle. If you tighten your elbows properly, it should automatically go to this position. And then we're just rotating forward. Shouldn't require a lot of movement, okay? Other side. All right, so we're smother, smother. He sits up. I sit up with him. Onto my hand. I go to bump him. He posts. I bring my butt to his hand. I fall and I trap, okay? Thumbless grip, right? Sit out, okay? 2 adjustments. You can hook here if you want to keep him from rolling. Then I'm tucking my elbows to my body, all right? This should be at like a nice 45, and then we're rolling forward. Very little movement needed there.
For this one, you don't want to get all the way onto your left hip?
It's hard to do that because you're sitting close to the hand, right? So that kind of, it is a little different than the one we did yesterday where you were sitting to make that space. Here the space is already there and you're coming to the hand. So we're smothering, boom, 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 he sits up, I come up, I go to bump, he posts, I sit my butt close to his hand, I fall, adjust, adjust, hook the leg if I want to, tuck my elbows to my body like a T-Rex, and then rotate forward, okay? Any questions? You want to see it one time? His shoulder sucks. Let me get you, Phil. Here. Seen it, seen it, seen it, seen it. Okay. So we smother, smother. He goes to sit up. I sit up with him. I go to bump. He posts his hands. Usually they'll post their hand out here because they'll feel the bump coming, right? And then we're going to sit our butt close to his hand. At the same time, we grab the wrist, okay? Thumbless, thumbless. Leg over the head. Tucking my elbows to my body. Hooking the leg if I want to flatten them out. And then rotate, rotate. Nice and tight here, okay? That'll tighten up their shoulder. All right, any questions? Okay, so let's partner up, run it 2 times each. 1, 2, 3. Back and forth, back and forth. Ooh. Thank you, sir.